Hi, Robin, with Oxy-Dry. And today I've got just this one room in this house, and the reason why I'm cleaning this room is because it actually has a pretty strong urine smell in here. Apparently the tenants that were here before had allowed their dog to use this room as a bathroom. So it smells pretty bad. The carpet actually was cleaned, not by me, about 3 or 4 days ago, I believe, and it was hot water extraction, and they left it with a smell, which, depending on how bad it was initially, is maybe it's better. I don't know. I wasn't here. But it definitely has an odor in here, a urine smell. It also has a little bit of a, you can smell that they use something that has an odor, as almost a flowery, there's an odor in here, plus sort of a mixture of urine and the deodorizer, whatever they used. So when I do this type of situation, and every situation is different, I kind of gauge what needs to be done depending on the degree of odor that I'm smelling. And this one is certainly not as bad as some I've dealt with. I think the last video I put up, it was really bad. Very obvious staining all over the place, whereas this one, you really can't see much as far as the discoloration. I think there might be a little bit over there, but anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the cleaning solution with Clo2 in it, and then I'm going to extract it out. I've got my extractor sitting in the hallway behind me, so we're going to run through the whole process. This goes pretty quickly, and what I'm doing is I've actually put I'm using about 3,000 ppm of Clo2 in my tank, and I've got about 2 gallons in there, plus my regular cleaner, which is okay, brain freeze, Nanomax, of course. And it itself is actually very effective at removing odors anyway, but the Clo2 kind of is a real game changer as far as dealing with odors like this, because the Clo2, which is chlorine dioxide, not chlorine bleach, but is a chlorine molecule bonded with 2 oxygen molecules, is very effective at removing odors, but does not add a smell. There's no odor to the Clo2. You can smell a very slight almost a chlorine smell, just slightly when you're using it, but that dissipates in a few minutes anyway. And it's very, very slight. But it removes odors by destroying the odor at the molecular level. It bonds to the odor molecule and just breaks it down into its base elements, and also kills every germ, bacteria, and virus it contacts. So it even kills like parvo and staph and strep, and yes, the coronavirus as well. So we can actually disinfect, as it were, as long as it touches the, whatever we're dealing with. It will do it. It'll do that, and even at very low concentrations. The amount that I'm using in here is considerably higher than I would normally use Clo2, but I'm dealing with a urine contamination, so I'm going to make sure I'm getting a good dose onto the urine and into the urine, so that it'll break it down. Now, what I'm going to do is I will be getting this carpet wet, quite wet. I'm going to shower feed, or center feed in my case, because my machine is a center feed. Actually, I'm going to turn it to shower feed as well. I can do that. A little more better application for this scenario. The brush, I'm using a brush because I want the brush to carry the solution down deep. I want to get into the back of the carpet, into the underpad itself. Although, interestingly enough, normally you don't really have to saturate the carpet as much as you might think, but I'm going to make sure I do give it a good application. I'll be going over the carpet a few times, just making sure I scrub the solution in, and then I'll run the extractor over and extract most of the water, and some of the urine will come out with that as well. But fortunately, because we know we can't get all the urine out of the back of the carpet, that's just not possible. Physically, it's not possible. But the ClO2 will destroy the urine at the molecular level. It'll break down the bacteria, it'll kill the bacteria, and it will destroy the odor at the molecular level. And the effect is normally very quick as far as the odor, which if I've already got down and smelt the carpet in a couple of places, and yes, it's definitely there. Not really strong, but it certainly is there. But as soon as I put the ClO2 on, usually the urine odor will disappear within 5 minutes. It's just amazing how fast this works. And it's not masking with another smell. So there's no odor of I don't know, smell of lemons or oranges or whatever else odorizers there are out there, and there are lots. The nice thing about the ClO2 is you don't smell anything. So just engage my brush, and then the way I'll go, and where I'm sitting right now, the bed was actually up to here and coming over up against the wall over here. So I expect that most of the urine staining application would have happened all around the bed. Obviously not likely underneath, but I'm going to treat the whole room anyway, of course. But I will, and they had put a black light on, and they found all kinds of staining over here. I just go by my nose because I find that the black light is not the best way to find odors on the carpet, because sometimes you get an area that'll glow and you put your nose in it and you smell nothing. So the nose is the better indicator. Okay, so I got the solution on, and I'm basically pouring it in, and I've got 2 gallons in here, so that's a lot of solution for this size of a room. The room is only it's about 100 square feet or so. So 2 gallons for this size of room is actually quite a lot. So I'm going to go around the areas that I expect are where the urine is the most, first of all, and I'm applying good and heavy. You can't really tell. I can see the carpet just turning a little bit white there, but I can see the clear tube at the bottom there, where it feeds into the bottom plate there. I can see the solution running through there. And apparently the one bad spot was right in the closet. And I think they did think it was a dog that was doing this, so. Cat urine does have a different odor than this, and I don't think it's cat. But the ClO2 is just as effective there on the cat urine as well. It doesn't seem to make a difference. At least I don't think it does. Haven't noticed it yet. And I'm going to have to spray on there. I've got some ClO2 in a bottle here in my tank. And just try just to get some in there. I don't think there was anything underneath that shelf anyway. Interesting, the customer that I'm dealing with here young lady. She is the daughter of a customer that I've been cleaning for over 20 years. And it's kind of interesting that I have customers now that were the children of my customers. And that's kind of neat. I mean, it makes me feel very old, but I am. And but it's nice that my regular customers, their children grow up, and then who do they call when they need their carpets cleaned? They call Oxy-Dry. And I actually have customers that I've seen literally grow up before my eyes. It's just so weird. I'm not smelling any urine. Normally, if you were to say steam clean a carpet like this when there's urine present, and it's obviously there, you can smell it. As soon as you get it wet, you will smell it much more strongly. Whereas when I apply the Clo2, sometimes I can smell it initially more, but normally the smell just disappears, like literally within minutes. It's just pretty quite amazing how well it works. And the nice thing about it again is that the Clo2 is killing the bacteria that's present, because of course urine is full of bacteria because there's all that organic matter, and then the bacteria just starts to multiply and do what bacteria do, and you're having it's a wonderful life there on the carpet. And so it's nice to be able to say to the customer, when I apply this solution, not only will I remove the odor, and I'm not masking it with another smell, but this product is literally killing the bacteria that's present. In fact, there are tests that you can use an ATP meter. APT, is that it? Very expensive little device, and you can measure the bacteria contamination on a carpet, and using this, and you'll get a hospital grade result. In other words, the amount of bacteria is within the standards of what needs to be present on a hospital floor in a surgical ward. So that's the kind of product that we're using here. This is the results that we are able to get on the carpet fiber, and it's just fantastic to be able to do that. This product is a hospital-grade disinfectant, deodorizer, sanitizer. It's a no rinse required on food preparation areas, meaning that I could fog it or apply it into like a countertop where you're preparing food and you do not have to wipe it up after. It's considered so safe. It kills mold, mildew, viruses, bacteria, germs. We can use it for getting rid of smoke smell. We can fog it. I can go into a home and I can fog a home and get rid of bacteria and germs on all surfaces just because I fog in the area. We use a electrostatic fogger, and jobs like that can be done in a few minutes. It doesn't take very long to fog an entire house. Every surface is sanitized, and so if you're concerned about health issues in the home, we can actually sanitize every surface in the house by fogging it, and it'll kill the bacteria, even that coronavirus that everybody's all concerned about. It will get rid of that. It will kill that. They use it for the anthrax outbreak and the contamination in the federal building there a few years back, 10 years ago maybe, and they used ClO2. I think they used the gas form, but nevertheless, still ClO2. I don't use the gas form. I use the stabilized ClO2, which means that it's applied in the water. You don't actually breathe it. It's in the water. So I don't have to wear any protective gear or anything like that. This ClO2 is actually used for. It's used in a toothpaste. A couple of toothpaste manufacturers make a toothpaste with ClO2 in for dealing with really bad breath. Isn't that interesting? It's used for water treatment. You can get little tablets of ClO2, and you can put it into contaminated water and wait a few minutes, and then you can drink that water because it'll kill every germ that's present in the water. It's really gotten. I started using it actually about 4 or 5 years ago when I first started hearing about it, but now it's really catching on, and the earlier version that I used was nowhere near the potency of the product that I'm currently using. I mean, it still works, but I'm able to control the amount that I'm using a lot better with this newer version I have. Okay, so let's, carpets have been applied everywhere, so I'm just gonna get down here, and it's definitely wet. Oh yeah, it's wet. Okay, hang on a sec. Okay, I cannot smell anything. Move over here. I cannot smell the urine. Well, I did in this area here. I did smell it quite strongly. I can no longer smell it. Gone. I can't smell it in the air like standing here, whereas I could before. It usually works that fast. There's no smell of a perfume, flowery smell. You know, would it be sometimes there's a lemony smell. Some products have lemony smell, or I think one has apple smell, and all kinds of different odors. Cherry was one popular a few years ago. I never liked those things. They always smell so fake. Let's see. But yeah, I'm empty. So I use 2 gallons in the 100 square feet. I'm just going to run over it one more time, just because. Just scrubbing into the fibers a little bit more. And over here. This is a above and beyond kind of service when we're dealing with this kind of contamination. So I do charge more for this. This one job is I charged, let's see, what did I charge? I charged about $100 more than I would if I was just doing a minimum charge job. because of the extra time, the extra equipment that I'm bringing in, and the product itself and the end result. So, and we're able to do this. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've removed, like basically rescued a carpet that was going to be thrown out because a situation like this had happened where the carpet was so contaminated with PP, and the other alternative is simply pull the carpet out. So basically saving them hundreds of dollars and the hassle of having to deal with getting the carpet layer in. And of course, you won't be able to match the carpet, at least highly unlikely, assuming you have other carpet you want to match it to. But in this case, and I'm just going to turn my valves off here. I'll park this over here. Just going to park it right there onto that pad. And then we'll pull the wire out of here. And here is my nifty little extractor. Nice and compact. Rather powerful, actually. Has no long hose, just a really short distance that the air and the water is sucked up and into the recovery tank. I think it's a GH wood, actually. Is it? Oops. Avenger. Made in Italy. I didn't even notice that before. Nice little compact machine, and the tank comes off the top. Comes right off of there. I actually replaced the motor last year, so brand new motor in there. It doesn't get used much. And let's see what happens. Lots of suck. So I'm just going to extract some of the extra water here. To accelerate the dry time a little bit. Oh yeah, you can see the water there. Yep, it's coming. Yep. One of the nice things about this unit is it's so compact, it fits into my van without occupying much space. And of course I'm running a minivan, so I need space. It fits in there nicely. carpet's actually not in bad shape, really. There's some wear on it, but nothing too scary. Not a great quality carpet, but I cannot smell any urine smell at all. It's just pretty amazing how well this works. There's something that then, oh, not sure what that is, but oh, I was going to crack the window open a bit here. Oops. There we go. Just to let the air exchange a bit. And I got a fan behind me I'll be putting in the doorway too. This will take at least a day to dry. I obviously got it very, very wet, but you have to do that. You can see the amount of water the extra solution coming up out of there, so they got that spot quite a bit more wet, quite a bit wetter. You know, interesting that this carpet was steam cleaned just a few days ago. So there shouldn't be any dirt in here, right? Yeah, we know better than that. Yeah, on that door here. Okay, almost done. Back my way out the door. Looks good. Smells fine. I think they'll be very happy with that. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's take the top off and see what came out of here. Nice little unit, eh? Nice and compact. And there's not much water in here, which is what I expected. Not a problem. But let's just see. The carpet was cleaned a few days ago. Ooh. Nasty. Now, interesting. If I put my nose in there, since I sucked up a lot of urine there, I should smell urine, right? I don't smell any urine in the tank. Because the Clo2 has already destroyed the urine odor at the molecular level. And so, no, I don't smell urine in the recovery tank. Because the Clo2 has already solved the odor problem. And I'll put this back up on the top. That goes in there, and there we go. So there, that's how I deodorized this room. No smell at all, and it looks good. And we'll put a fan on there. It's going to take at least 12 hours or more to dry with the fan on. And but they're going to be happy because I just saved their carpet and saved them hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So that's how we deal with that. So thank you for watching.